We're gonna be going to the forest of fear. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what Vlad has for us this week.
Welcome to another episode of Chats with Vlad. Episode 49. Is it a fact or a fiction? As you can see, yes sir, boys and girls, we'll be going through the forest of theory tonight. One more time, indeed. But I think for this, we need a new atmosphere. Much better. Boys and girls, I wanted to make so many different episodes about so many different things, but we come back to theory. This is technically, if you would, a theoretically speaking, part 2. But boy, do I have some doozies for you tonight. But first, Uncle Vlad wants to show you his new additions to his fun house. What do you think? Indeed. My friends. But enough of the showcase. We have some things that Uncle Vlad would like to get to. Indeed. Like for one thing, did you know that the pyramids are actually in question, and whether the ancient Egyptians even built them the same because of certain technologies, interlocking block technologies that have been found all over in pyramids all over the world? They're thinking that someone else did it. Yes, indeed. They believe that the civilization was a advanced, highly advanced seafaring civilization that predated the Egyptians by a couple thousand years, back to the last world catastrophe, you know, the one that wiped out almost everything. Yes, indeed. Not to mention, the Sphinx was actually found by the pharaoh in the, I want to say it was the 18th dynasty. Indeed, he found it, and actually, he changed it. If you look at the Sphinx's head, it's actually The human head's a lot smaller than the body to the cat or the dog that it's on. Don't believe me? Well then here, let Uncle Vlad give you a visual. You see, King Tut actually had a to-scale model of it. Only problem was, the head of his model was different. As you can see, that head's to scale. I imagine very much looked something like that, don't you? You see what I mean when I say that the body is wrong. It's not proportioned for the statue that it's on. You see what I mean? So, it has a whole bunch of scientists arguing back and forth. Nobody thinks the Egyptians did it. Some think it's aliens. Some think it's a highly advanced pre-cataclysmic civilization. What do you think, boys and girls? Think about it. And next, we have this. I don't even want any of my people out there to think I take this one seriously. This is pure theoretical conspiracy to me, boys and girls. But if you could believe it, there's a group of people that think that the moon is hollow. Some think it's a cave-like system, which theoretically I guess could happen, and a lot of people think it's been poured out by civilizations, boys and girls, of some type. Indeed. You see, in 1901, H.G. Wells wrote a book. Indeed, it was called The First Men in the Moon. And from there, a slew of sci-fi artists and authors made books about people living inside a livable atmosphere that was inside the moon. Some have even gone so far as to make it seem like it's Death Star-like. Don't believe me? I got more pics for you then. Some think it'll look like this. Some think it'll be like this, boys and girls. Indeed. Indeed. Like I said, I think personally it's rather ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as flat Earth theory or the fake moon landing. I'm telling you what, man, conspiracy theorists. But we got jokes about them. Oh, we got jokes and jokes and jokes. But later, boys and girls. Much later. First, I think I'd rather enjoy this beautiful evening. Indeed. Mr. Death is always looming over us. So we have to enjoy this time while we still can. You never know when that's going to be the last Twinkie, the last ramen soup, the last lamb chop, or the last Jeremy's chocolate. I just love Jeremy's chocolate and Jeremy's razors. Fuck she, her. And That's a fact. But before we get to the funny haha, I have one more theory, which is actually more factual, which is the scary part. Actually, the majority of what I'm about to tell you here is factual. A couple months back, in Irkutsk, in Siberia, some French scientists unearthed a bacteria, a zombie virus, if you would, from 16 meters. That's 48 feet for the mathematically inclined. Under a lake in the permafrost. It was 450,000 years old, and by far the biggest virus ever. It's so big they can actually see it under a regular microscope. It's freaking huge and ugly. Now, boys and girls, I don't think it's very intelligent to be screwing around with zombie viruses, especially in light of all the problems we've had with, I don't know, COVID and other diseases as of late, boys and girls. And yet here we go, tra la 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 la, let's fuck with the zombie virus. And here's the bad part, boys and girls. There's not one of them that they found. They found 9 different types, 9 different strains. The 450,000-year-old one is just by far the biggest and the oldest. But hey, you don't believe me? I have more picture fun for you, boys and girls. Wait until you get a load of this. Here's a picture of the little bugger. I say little, but like I said, the thing's big enough to where you can see it under a regular microscope. How'd you like that inside you? Eating away, slowly but surely, making you its slave. Here's a couple more of them. Lively looking buggers, aren't they? One more time. That little fella right there. By the way, his name is the Pandora virus. Yadome. Indeed. Look at him. What are we thinking? Zombie viruses. I'll tell you what, boys and girls. I don't think anything good can come of this. What do you think? Why don't you think about it? Gets me all choked up inside when I think about it, boys and girls. But alas, we can't be here all night, can we? It's getting late. And Uncle Vlad just remembered tonight that it's daylight savings time. Time to spring ahead, boys and girls. Lucky you and lucky me. For the new viewers that I have out there, Uncle Vlad wanted to say welcome. I adore all of you and would love to answer any questions you might have. Feel free to leave comments. We can talk. We can always have a conversation. That's what people forget. But before I leave you tonight, I believe I promised you some funny ha-ha. How many conspiracy theorists does it take to screw in a light bulb? The real question is, who broke the light bulb and why are they trying to keep all of us in the dark? Why do conspiracy theorists have such strong legs? Because they spend so much time jumping to conclusions, boys and girls. Indeed. Have you heard about the new flatbread conspiracy? They're out to convince all the non-believers. I've got a conspiracy that NASCAR fucking sucks. It's my critical race theory. This new JFK conspiracy will blow your mind, boys and girls. I mean, it's not even a real airport. What do you call a constipated conspiracy theorist, boys and girls? An anti-laxer. Well, boys and girls, I think I've used up enough of this beautiful, beautiful evening. And Uncle Vlad still has a whole bunch of things to do after the fact. So, I think I've given you quite a bit to think about tonight. So I want you to do that, boys and girls. I want you to think about it.
What do you think about those theories Vlad was putting out? Hollow moon, pyramids being hijacked by Egyptians, some deep viruses? Well, just like anything else in life, you need to sort out facts from fiction. And the line is really, really cloudy.